Now my final case, I have something a little different, which is a whole number in my equation. This is something students tend to struggle with. I'm still going to suggest that you rewrite that whole number with the common denominator. So in this equation, I have a denominator of 3, of 2, and of 2. I'm going to go ahead and use a common denominator of 6. So 4x over 3, to write that with a common denominator of 6, I need to multiply the top and the bottom by 2. So I have 8x divided by 6. 3/2, I need to multiply the top and the bottom by 3. So I end up with 9/6. And then I can't just write this as 1/6. For some reason, that is really common. 1 with a common denominator of 6 is 6/6. So 1 is 1 over 1, multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 6. Finally, 7/2 written with a denominator of 6 is times 3 times 3, 21/6. Now I am going to clear fractions by multiplying both the left-hand side and the right-hand side by 6. 8x divided by 6 times 6 is 8x. Minus 9/6 times 6 is minus 9. Plus 6 over 6 times 6 gives me plus 6. And then on the right-hand side, 21 divided by 6 times 6 is just 21. Now I can go ahead and solve this equation, first simplifying the left-hand side. And then I have a two-step equation which I solve using inverse operations. Please take a moment just to notice how much nicer this equation is than this one. So 8x equals 24. And then my solution is x equals 3. Now you'll notice that I have the exact same equation here that I'm going to solve again. This is not in your note sheet, but it is a strategy that some students like. Some students like to rewrite each term with a common denominator, so this part's the same, 8x over 6, minus 9/6, but to keep the whole number as a whole number for this first step. So rewrite every term that already has a fraction with a common denominator. Keep the whole number as is, and then just remember to go ahead and multiply that whole number by the common denominator. This is completely fine. If this is something you're more comfortable with, rather than writing the whole number as a improper fraction, it's fine. But this again is not in your notes. The next step will be exactly the same. 8x minus 9, and then 6 times 1 is 6 equals 21. So your second step looks the same. It's fine, but this is your choice. Either writing a whole number as a fraction or just keeping it as a whole number, but then you have to remember to multiply it by that common denominator.